Welcome back, welcome back. I hope you had a fantastic breakout session. I see a lot of you interacting, so I think that's the right way. So now we are going to start with the plenary session again. So this is the last part of the evening, even though the evening can go for some time, but we have an official program, and this is the last part of it. So we are going to start with live music from Black Hand Collective. Yeah. So Black Hand Collective, they made a song which is called Human Race, and I think that such a song fits in an evening like this, where we are talking about city rights. It doesn't matter where you're from, what your sexual orientation is, who you are. Everybody has human rights. And it all comes from the simple fact that we are all human beings. So, yes, please, let's have the artists come forward and let's start. Thank you.
Hi everyone, it's great to be here. 2 years ago, when COVID hit, and really, I think it was really 2 years ago, in the same month, COVID hit Moria, the refugee camp in Greece, and we were all in lockdown. There was not much we could do, at least physically. And I remember I felt a lot. I felt anger, restlessness. I felt powerless, and at the same time, I felt hope, connection, and there was a fire, and it needed to come out. And I think that's where the song was born. We recorded it, we played it, but we never performed live due to COVID. Tonight is the first time we actually do that, and I think it's a great honor. You know, this is a type of evening that feels perfect. Like the subject is so intertwined. Like Pakhuis said, it's about feeling connected, being part of the same species. We're all together. We're all the same. So it's an honor to be here, and I hope you enjoy. This is Human Race.
Like a virus, and then it moved us from a place called home. I survived when they attacked us. Many perhaps did die, but I ran, and I stand as strong as I am. And I know that you are tough, caring for your child and stuff over nature's wonders past together. Yeah. And I know that you are tough, caring for your child and stuff over nature's wonders past together. We feel ashamed for the devastation right in our face. Up high and dry, shifting the blame. Bleeding for the full preservation of your grace. Trying to push for change. With our-minded people. It came by surprise like a virus, and then it moved us from a place called home. I survived when they attacked us. Many perhaps did die, but I refuse, even bruised. I choose to seek refuge wherever I go. I multiply. Like a movement, we strive to be the best we are, to stand for who we are.
I know that you are tired, carrying both your child and son.
Put your hands up.
This is wonders fly together. And I know that you are tired, carrying both your child and son. Over nature's wonders fly together.
Let's go. I carry on in pain while my heart is inflamed. Lost my family in vain, and there's no one to blame. When it came like a hurricane, it blew us 4 miles away. This crew us degrading place. I'm wishing for better days in the name of the human race. We're pleading for real change. We're pleading for systematic, drastic kind of change. We're pleading for end of slave. We're cheering for end of hate. Breaking down barricades. Survive as a human race.
I know that you are tired, carrying both your child and son.
Put your hands up.
Nature's wonders fly
Get it, y'all.
and I know that you are tired, carrying both your child and son. Over nature's wonders fly together. And is it your cause and need? We will stand with signs that read, sisters, brothers, black and white together. And is it your cause and
Come on, wave your hands. Come on,
with signs
everybody.
that read, sisters, brothers, black and white
Cheer.
together.
Cheer. Come on, hold on.
Sisters, brothers, black and white together. Sisters, brothers, black and white.
Together.
Applaus from the front too.
Me llamo Lamisar y soy de Senegal. Llegué aquí en 2006. Estamos aquí en la antigua fábrica en el barrio de Sanse, y donde tenemos el taller de costura de la marca Topmanta. Topmanta es una empresa que somos todos africanos y algunos del país del sur. Y es una empresa que tiene 2 tiendas ahora mismo, que tiene un taller aquí, un taller de costura donde personas manteros que estaban en la calle pueden aprender aquí, pueden confeccionar y fabricar las ropas de Topmanta. En 2006 había muchísimo flujo migratorio, que muchísimos caicos que salieron desde Senegal y llegaron en Canarias. Hubo un tiempo que muchísimos jóvenes que se sentían estrangulados en su propio país decidieron coger los caicos, un viaje muy peligroso, un viaje arriesgado para llegar aquí para cambiar su sueño.
I was selling at the street. When I was selling at the street, the police used to look after us, follow us, run after us. We used to run and leave our belongings behind. Then I decided to join the Top Manta Association. They used to teach us English, Castellano, and sewing. And they used to help us to pay our rent because things was not easy.
aquí es un país donde cuando llegan las personas aquí no tienen derecho de trabajar porque hay una ley de extranjería que impide a las personas que han cruzado las fronteras de poder trabajar o viajar. Durante muchísimos tiempos hemos trabajado en la calle, que hemos recibido muchísimos golpes, persecución y discriminación. Y después hemos decidido formar este sindicato que luego salieron la marca Top Manta. Es muy importante formar este sindicato porque hubo muchísimo tiempo que no teníamos voz, ¿no? Que hablábamos sobre nuestro nombre, ¿no? Como los políticos, los partidos fascistas, los periodistas, hablaban sobre nosotros y no teníamos voz y que siempre hablaban mal de nosotros, que nos consideran como un colectivo violentos, personas que no tienen experiencia ni sabiduría.
But because of this association, we stopped selling at the street. We are here now. We are so united. We are working. We are having money.
Cuando hemos formado este sindicato, hemos podido visibilizar toda la situación, las trabas administrativas, el racismo social institucional que está viviendo esta comunidad, que está viviendo este mantra. Por eso que consideramos que es muy importante formar este sindicato y luchar por nuestros derechos. La situación de un mantro es muy difícil porque el mantro es una persona que está enfrentando a muchísimas dificultades, que está frente a la persecución policial, la brutalidad policial. Es una persona que no tiene derecho para cobrar el paro, ni tiene una protección laboral, ni puede ahorrar, ni tiene una cuenta bancaria. Estamos intentando regularizar a personas que tienen dificultad a encontrar un contrato de un año que pide las leyes de España.
The project helped me a lot because I was at the street. 5 days I'm sleeping outside because I don't have money to pay my rent. I don't have money to feed myself. They changed my life and my colleagues. The project stands for everybody here, everyone, because they stand to fight for our peace.
La marca Top Manta es una marca diferente de todos los demás porque no es una marca capitalista que lo han fundado 4 personas para hacerse rico, pero es una marca social, es una marca resistente, es una marca que viene para cambiar, ¿no? Para cambiar la manera de trabajar, para restablecer los valores éticos. Es una marca que utilizamos para vehicular todos los mensajes, todas las dificultades. Es una marca para luchar contra el racismo, contra la discriminación. Es una marca que permite dar derecho a muchísimas personas que están en situación difícil, a muchísimas personas que el sistema le considera como personas ilegales. Y gracias con esta marca, gracias con la empresa Top Manta, podemos apoyar a personas a lograr esos papeles y poder viajar y trabajar como todo el mundo. Con Sara Ubeta hemos trabajado para sacar las bambas Top Manta, que es la diseñadora de los zapatos. Hemos trabajado durante más de un año para sacar un zapato que va a defender todos los valores éticos, que va a ser un zapato de producción sostenible y que toda la trazabilidad de este zapato lo sabemos bien, de dónde viene cada cosa, y al fin hemos logrado diseñar y sacar una bamba que está muy buena, que nos representa.
We are so grateful about the customers. Because of the customers, the project is going up and up. So we always thank the customers. Because of the customers, we are having money.
Bueno, creo que cuando compra una persona la marca Top Manta, que se siente que está haciendo una compra responsable, está apoyando a una persona que está excluido del sistema laboral, es una persona discriminada, una persona que está enfrentado a muchísimas dificultades. Andem es una palabra wolof de Senegal que significa caminar conjunto, que significa trabajar desde la colectividad. Bueno, si nosotros podemos fabricar una zapatilla a 0 kilómetros hecho aquí en Europa, entre los talleres de Alicante y Portugal, creo que las grandes marcas que tienen más herramientas, que tienen más poder, podrían hacerlo aquí. Pero ellos prefieren trabajar desde países del sur, desde nuestros países, explotando gente, esclavizando a niños y niñas. Por eso es que nosotros digamos que no se trata solo de hacerlo, pero hay que hacerlo muy bien.
We have to fight because we are all the same. We are all human beings. You are white, I'm black, I'm brown. We are all the same. We are not a criminal. I'm not a thief. The racist is not good. It's not good because we are not a criminal. We are just a human being. They have to stop the racists. The color is different, but we are all the same.
Well, thank you very much, Papalai and Muha from Top Manta. They are here in Amsterdam, so big applause for them. Big applause. Yes, yes, yes. Please, yes. Big applause, big applause. Yes, yes. The clothes of Top Manta are being sold in the shop tonight. You can find it in the meeting room. Yes, thank you very much. Before we start, I see a lot of people behind, so there are a lot of seats. So please, if you can fit a little bit, so that everybody can have a place to sit if they want. So that will be very nice. Thank you very much. Yes, please. There are a lot of seats, so please, if you want to sit, there are possibilities to sit. So thank you. Now I will ask Vivienne Mul to come forward and stand there. She's an illustrator and graphic designer from Hamburg. Vivienne?
Yes.
Yes. So you have made an illustration of a new call-out poster for a future project about media. Can you explain more about your new poster?
Exactly. I was at the breakout session for reframing migrants in European media. And while I was listening to all the speakers, I was scribbling for a few possible designs for a poster that would be a call to action for other migrant-led media platforms to get in touch. And these are the 3 designs I came up with. In the first one, it would be more like a group of diverse people with the diverse people with different tools of their trade, like a microphone, camera, clipboard, like a director. And then you would have the call to action in the middle with a few different information. It's just a blind text at the moment because I still have to come up with something catchy to get them all to get in touch. And then the second poster would be like a group of people carrying the call to action, the letters up stairs. And the third one would be more like a cloud of consciousness with all the tools of their trade, but also with the call to action. And I would like to use the colors, the 3 colors down there, the orange, yellow, and pink, because I'm quite free in the design. And I would also love to incorporate like the text with the illustration and to like make a fusion, yeah. But still keep it very simple and very like placative, like very catchy. Exactly.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
So now we are going to have our last panel of the night, and I'm going to ask 3 people to come forward and sit with us here on the table. It's Shanturu, it's Iman, and it's Rutger Groot-Wassink. Yes. Shanturu is a human rights activist and climate justice campaigner from Brussels, Belgium. Shanturu will discuss the In My Name campaign, which advocates for the implementation of civil law for humane regularization policy and the regularization of people without papers. Thank you for being with us. And Iman El Filali. Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, practice.
I know.
Is a politician from Volt, Rotterdam, and she was recently voted into the city council and just was part of the breakout session about city ID cards.
Yes.
Yes? And then, hey, you gotta put me in too. Yeah, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I don't miss a picture. So, and our third speaker, Rutger Groot-Wassink, Amsterdam deputy mayor, who was responsible for the social affairs, democracy, diversity, and undocumented people in the city during the last 4 years.
Still working.
Still working. Okay, so let's go first to Shanturu. What is the main goal of the In My Name campaign?
So the main goal is to take the voices of the people who haven't had a chance to be regularized, because we have around 125,000 undocumented people in Belgium, which results to around 65 million tax money every year, which the government could benefit from. But we don't want to use this as the only way, but we want to tell the government and the people that they need to start acting and help people to get regularized. And for that, we needed to have we used the citizen law proposal, which was created in 2019. We were the first citizen law proposal, which was accepted by the chamber of the parliament. Thank you so much. It makes it easier. Maybe the next slide, the second one. If you can move two more slides. Okay, maybe not. And so the intention was to have it in the chamber, and we managed to start in May 17 last year. And in May 17 this year, we are taking it forward. It was a very challenging journey because Brussels was easy to get signatures. We needed 2,500. Wallonia was also pretty easy, 8,000. But Flanders was very difficult because Flanders, as you may know, has a very center-right government and has an extreme-right government. And to convince people to get signatures was not easy. And by having this citizen law proposal taken to the parliament, we are asking the politicians to discuss a topic they've been putting aside because for their own political gains. And by taking it forward, we are now bringing the whole country together with various movements. Maybe 2 more slides. Yeah, this one. So we started with the occupation of Zone Neutre, where basically we occupy our buildings. Then we work with the Union Sans Papier for nearly 10, 15 years. They've been already mobilizing. We were part of the 60 days hunger strike, where people who were undocumented were striking in the Begun Church at the University of Brussels, both the Flemish-speaking and the French-speaking. And then we had a campaign via Belgium too, where we managed to get awareness and 46,000 signatures, but it wasn't enough. Then we started the In My Name campaign. The next slide, please. And then we did different things, so School of Resistance, newspaper articles, the double standards of Europe, where some people get the chance to get regularized and get entered the country without any challenges, especially with the Ukraine war. But the people who've been coming here from the global south, especially from the African continent, from the MENA region, who've been living and working here weren't. So we did write articles, and it came in all these newspapers. And then we also managed to bring in the climate movement, because as you may all know, with the climate emergency, like in a few years years' time, there are going to be millions of people coming into Europe, and Europe is actually spending a lot of money building a fortress Europe, trying to protect itself. And this is not what we want. We cannot find humanity as long as people outside our borders are being dehumanized. And who gets humanized and who doesn't get humanized is the question. And of course, and then we're continuing with protests and occupation, and this is not going to stop. And the good news is, maybe the next slide. Yeah, so these are different partners we are having at the moment. And also, I didn't put the political parties because they're also supporting us now, but these are all art people from the artist sector and also from other movements, climate movements. And the good news is that today, I can officially tell you, in Belgium, we haven't spoken this out. You're the first people to hear it. We managed to get all the signatures we require. And you're the first people to hear it, so don't spread it out yet to Belgian media. If you're watching this, please do tag us, #my name, and post about this event and us talking, and ask Belgian people to continue signing, because the government wants to use every particular possible tactic to invalidate our signatures. And in the legal way, they can't do it, but if we have support from cities and governments outside of Belgium, we can continue keeping this pressure on. And hopefully by making Belgium a success story, we invite you all to be part of a European coalition so that we can work with other cities and show that humanizing is a way to bring the people together, and together we will be able to move forward and not by closing the borders.
Wow.
Thank you for listening.
Wow. Thank you very much for your contribution. Thank you. So, Imani, you were just part of the breakout session about the city ID card. Was there a call to action formulated at the end of the session?
Well, actually, I did, because I have my phone with me. I took notes during the session. First of all, I would like to say that the stories that I heard they really got me. It's like really, yeah, impressive, but also it really gets you when you hear personal stories from people and what it means to be undocumented. So, having said that, I've written a couple of things for me that I learned, because I really came also here to learn and to bring back knowledge with me to Rotterdam. Is that first of all, having an ID is key for so many things. It's key for shelter. It gives you access to food. It gives you access to money, to a bank, to a bed. So having an ID is key for so many things. And what I noted is that, having rights, so it's not about like having citizenship, but just having basic rights, it's so important, also for your safety. And what really got me was also the fear that people feel being undocumented, just being on the streets. A call to action, what I really liked about what was said is, let's design an ID or city ID card, but nothing about us without us. So we need to include all of you in designing a city ID card. And it should also be designed in a way that it doesn't stigmatize people. So it shouldn't, like, enhance differences to people. And we need a critical mass to create change. And I'm personally very dedicated to do this in Rotterdam. I came here to learn from Amsterdam. And I'm also here with my colleague Itai from Volt Amsterdam. And we're dedicated to join this and to make it happen.
Yes, to make it happen. And do you have any ideas what the next steps could be to make it happen, to implement it in Amsterdam, Rotterdam, and hopefully a lot of European cities?
Well, my personal start, because I just got elected in March, but what I've done, I've written 16 written questions to our deputy mayor, who is responsible for migration in general. So I've asked these questions, and I also included other political parties, because this is not about just me or Volt. So I've done this with other political parties in Rotterdam. And one of the things that we want to do, and also a question that I asked, is how can we include organizations in our city, but let's learn from Zurich, which was also in our breakout session, or what is happening in Belgium, and include all those, those experiences, and design a city ID card for the longer term. But in the meantime, people also need a temporary solution, because they're suffering now. So I think we should learn from all those experiences. And I'm waiting for the questions to be answered in Rotterdam. But in the meantime, I'm having a lot of discussions and try to gather as much information as needed.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Rutger, I know you have been following this discussion, the struggle of undocumented migrants, for quite some time now. Did you hear anything which was very inspiring today?
Well, I've heard a lot of that's inspiring. I have to say that this example from Belgium is very inspiring, because I really don't want to spoil the party, and I don't want to be cynical, but if you look at, for example, a city ID in Amsterdam, it has already been proposed, but the majority of the parties declined. This is not about party politics, huh? So I'm not going to say anything about that. But we have to acknowledge the fact that we live in a rather right-winged political context, which isn't exactly undocumented friendly. So what I find inspiring is, and I work a lot with colleagues in Eindhoven, in Groningen, in Utrecht, that try to do all their best for undocumented people, because we see them as just regular citizens from our city. It's on our city website. Undocumented people are Amsterdammers.
Yeah, yeah.
But the main thing is, this isn't just a political theme. What I find very inspiring is that I've seen that the last years, if you look at the Dutch media, if you look at Parool and AT5, which are local media in Amsterdam, they even changed their words. People were used to be called illegale. Now they're undocumented. And now even our AT5 and newspapers like Parool are talking about undocumented.
Yeah.
But we needed to take it a step further. And I think that the campaign that you are doing, and what I've seen from Barcelona and Naples when it comes to regularization, that's key. What we need is a bottom-up organization that works hard. Because I know that a lot of ordinary citizens would like regularization. And what we need is to make it a collective combat. And of course, I'm very inspired by Top Manta. I'm a bit jealous of that. Why don't we have that in Amsterdam? And I know that you're starting with it. There are initiatives in Amsterdam which are working on that. But you know, I'm a sneakerhead, Savannah. I would like Amsterdam sneakers. So yeah, Top Manta is very inspiring. Yes, I'm convinced that we need a broad regularization campaign in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, with way more signatures than. And I'm also inspired by the app, which is just it's just a simple twitch, and that's what we need. The app, which makes all kinds of information accessible for a lot of people. It seems like a small thing, but it can be crucial in a person's life. So I'm inspired by a whole lot of initiatives. But yeah, hey, I think that as politician, as deputy mayor, it would help me a lot if there would be a way stronger civil movement to regularize. Yeah.
Like signatures.
Like signatures.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, you've heard.
Because I'm always in discussion with the national government.
You can offer consultation if you want.
Oh yeah, let's
because we do have.
Yeah,
that's your price.
But your Flemish national government sucks.
Yeah, but we are convincing.
Our Dutch national government sucks. I mean, if you look at Spain, there are all other countries where there's a huge difference between what cities really want to do and what national governments want to do. And we need to cooperate way more than that.
Thank you very much. So that's a call to action for everybody. Yes. Thank you. So thank you very much, Rutger.
One last thing. One last thing.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I really never knew that you could rap, man. Really liked it.
Yeah. Thank you very much. No, the rapping, I didn't mention it today, but I used to be an undocumented migrant myself for 16 years. And, you know, we talked about education, how education is the key to the future. But, you know, I didn't have any money to actually attend school, to attend law, my law education. This is what I wanted to do. So this is how I started rapping, actually, to make some money and to pay my education and everything. So, yeah. It's been some time, please. But you never learn. It's like biking. Maybe later. After a few drinks and... Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much, Rutger, Iman, and Shanturu. Thank you for your contribution. Yes. So, now we are almost ending, so I need to tell you some practical things that you need to know for the upcoming days. This toolkit presentation is part of a larger 3-day conference. Tomorrow, this conference will continue in Bak, Utrecht, with the international guests presenting more. So 3 practical takeaways. Tomorrow in Bak, Utrecht, you see the program on the slides. 2, LGBTQI meeting in Bak. Extra barriers for LGBTQI, and discuss about what this group needs. Will be tomorrow as well. And the 3rd one, don't forget to go to the shop and take some posters home with you that inspires you. Hang them in your office and spaces to inspire others and to make sure that their city will be more inclusive. So, maybe the last person I would like to invite here on the stage would be Ousmane Cissé. Please, can you come to the stage? And really last contribution. Because we are going to end up in style. So please give me this answer. We've seen the fashion project from Barcelona. I hear in Amsterdam, there's a project as well named PrintRights, right?
Yes.
Yes, can you tell us more about it?
PrintRights, it's a team of undocumented activism that has a challenge of human rights, as migration is not a crime, housing is a human right, no more blah blah blah. Yeah, so like we started it in 2020, yes, and I was the first of COVID lockdown, and the face mask was required everywhere in the public space. So yeah, it was quite hard for undocumented people to get one. So we made over 1,000 masks, and we brought it to the shelter. And since then, we have made 8,000 masks activists, and we have sold to the protest. So, and we are also organized 2 pop-up shops here in Amsterdam, because we are living here and we are part of it. So we need also to contribute. We can also contribute.
Yeah.
And yeah, today we are here to present our new lines collection of shirts, bags, t-shirts, hoodies, a lot of stuff. So.
And where can the people buy this lot of stuff?
Yeah, it's just around here, the corner.
Okay.
It was been made by cool people, by yeah, cool guys, just around the corner, just over there.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Okay. So I've told that there will be now like a fashion show. Is that?
Yes, I think right now it's gonna happen. Right now.
Right now.
Like right now.
Okay, man. We have to bring them.
Let's
then.
do this.
Let's do it,
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Yeah, and I think that there will be a live show downstairs in the bar. There will be live music as well with AVJ and also DJ Joe Bisa. So. Before we leave and before we start the whole show, and please, yes, you can already come. And before we do it, I just want to thank everyone who was here tonight for your contribution. Would like to thank to all the people that made it possible today. And also thanks for everyone who fights for justice on a daily basis. I would like to say let's party and let's go to the fashion show. Thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name of DJ. Shout out to DJ Obisa. Thank you for coming out tonight. Are you ready for the pairs? How many pairs do we have here tonight? One pair, two pairs, 3 pair, 4 pairs. Say you want shy, you feeling my jaro. One pair, 2 pairs, 3 pairs, 4 pairs. Say you want shy, you feeling my jaro. One pair, 2 pairs, 3 pair, 4 pairs. Say you want shy, you feeling my jaro. Say you do feeling my jaro. And you do one funny my jaro. My jaro harakiri my jaro. Say you want to hear the my jaro. Things tell us when you see. Say you ain't gonna see them no more. Say many things tell us when you see. Very soon you gonna see them no more. So start they hold you and you they cry. Very soon you not gonna feed them no more. Spend the sea on the sea so. Psychology is not for fee so. Right down, now come and go. One pair, 2 pairs, 3 pair, 4 pairs. Say you want shy, you feeling my jaro. One pair, 2 pairs, 3 pair, 4 pairs. Say you want shy, you feeling my jaro. One pair, 2 pairs, 3 pair, 4 pairs. Say you want shy, you feeling my jaro. Make some noise for them, man. Make some noise for the wonderful designers. Many things so deny you. Many things you want to say. When they see you, they see so. Life now come and go. One pair, 2 pair, 3 pair. 1 pair, 4 pairs. Say you want shy, you feeling my jaro. One pair, 2 pairs, 3 pair, 4 pairs. Say you want shy, you feeling my jaro. 3 pair, 4 pairs. Feeling my jaro. One pair, 2 pair, 3 pair, 4 pairs. Say you want shy, you feeling my jaro. One pair, 2 pair, 3 pair, 4 pairs. Say you want shy, you feeling my jaro. show you Kilimanjaro. One pair, two pair, three pair, four pairs. Say you want show you Kilimanjaro. One pair, two pair, three pair, four pairs. Say you want show you Kilimanjaro. Anything's on the nine, yo. Technology is not physics, so anything you define, so what do you define for so to do? You didn't inside so to do. What do you define for so to do? You didn't inside so to do. Many things not there. Many things you design, so city right here you define, so one pair, two pair, three pair, four pairs. Say you want Shayo, Kilimanjaro. Kilimanjaro, one pair, two pair, three pair, four pairs. Say you want Shayo, Kilimanjaro. Two pairs, three pair, four pairs. Say you want Shayo, Kilimanjaro. Two pairs, three pair, four pairs. Say you want Shayo, Kilimanjaro. Many things you see, so many things you define, so many times you define, so what do you define for so to do? You inside so to do. What do you define for so to do? See, I'm inside so to do. Many things you design. Many days I know you see, so when you see you design, that rise up and go. One pair, two pair, three pair, four pair. Say you want Shayo, Kilimanjaro. What do we define for Sukudu? The day inside Sukudu. What do we define for Sukudu? The day inside Sukudu. Many things you define, many things you see so. Life comes and goes. One pair. Two pairs, three pair, four pairs. Say you want Shayo, Kilimanjaro. One pair, two pairs, three pair, four pairs. Say you want Shayo, Kilimanjaro. Make some noise! Whoa! pairs. Say you want shy, you feel my jaro. One pair, two pairs, three pair, four pairs. Say you want shy, you feel my jaro. Wow. Make some noise. That was amazing. It's great. Wow.